Okay, we are live. Hi, welcome back to Uncanny Adventures. We're playing some more Call of Cthulhu Beneath the Burning Sun. Double checking my windows because they always jump at the last minute, but everything looks fine. Audio seems okay. So hopefully everything is working. If anybody, if you're popped in chat and something isn't working, let us know. Um, Welcome back to our Beneath the Burning Sun final session. The posse that left town and headed north into the hills has come to the Spanish fort in the mountain. They've finally seen with their own eyes one Reverend Smythe, who was standing in the moonlight, yelling out across the lake. The marshal probably has been waiting to put a bullet in the fellow and finally did. And as we closed out last session, they also noticed that there are two to three of the outlaw gang holed up across the shore on the far side of the shore, looking like they were waiting to ambush anyone who came up this way. So, as we come back in and we fade back in, the good Reverend Smythe had taken the bullet from the marshal. Um, it looked to you all, even though you're at a good distance, the moon is, lightening things up pretty well. It looked like the marshal got a solid shot on the fellow. And he kind of collapses down where he was standing and sort of goes to the ground in surprise, pain. Wasn't expecting this at all. Um, you see these other outlaws maneuvering to get in position at a distance off to the side. You have the school teacher with you. Henry Potts is still with you. He's sort of a little bit behind the group. He hasn't come through these worn old gates yet, but he is armed and he wants to try to help. He's you know, along he's looking for someone that the outlaws have probably taken from the local village that you passed through on your way here. So, why don't we go around and say hello, and then we're going to jump back into this. So, we'll start with Joanna. Hi again.
Hello again. I'm Joanna. You can find me on Twitter at ThriftBirds. And I'm excited for, whatever happens. Let's just see where the night takes us.
Excellent. And Theater Nerd.
Hi, I'm Theater Nerd. I'm super ready to go kamikaze and run towards the fort. Because I think that's what the marshal is going to do, taking pot shots at the other guys. But we'll see. I'm very excited to see the end of this.
Me too. And Taru, how about you?
Hey, I'm Taru, or Anarchdavi, um, and I'm playing Baxter, and I am not sure if we can survive this. I doubt it. So we'll stay today.
It's fair. And Ray, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Ready to get going here.
All right. So, um, so in this moment, the marshal has fired her shot across the lake, has hit the reverend. He collapses and kind of rolls down almost to the side of the shore. You all kind of have a moment where you realize that it's not just the reverend. You're probably about to have company in these other outlaws, but you kind of have a beat to sort of decide amongst yourself what you're going to do. But the first thing I want you all to do is roll a luck roll for me, please.
I'm pretty decent at it.
What if I don't wanna?
I mean, you can choose not to.
Woohoo!
No, I probably should at least roll. I only have 11 luck. The odds are not in my favor.
That's fair. All right.
Wow.
So close!
All right. Thank you very
Luck
much.
favors the young.
Yes, Baxter still has that look of the young, optimistic youth. Doesn't know all of the dangers of the world yet. So let me see here. Double checking. Okay, there's a note. Da-da-da-da.
This doesn't make me feel good.
Oh, it's fine. Cool.
Makes me feel great.
So in this moment,
Today's a good day to die.
it's true. So what do you all, looking at this situation, what do you want to do in this moment? You see these gunmen, they look like they're trying to get a line on you. The preacher looks like he's lying flat on the ground. He kind of looks like, you could almost tell he looks like he's kind of trying to like pull himself along back toward the safety of the fort.
I know we talked about this previously when the
Did we? That
Marsh-
doesn't sound like us.
Marshal decided to take a shot across the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Does she know roughly how far that run is if she decided to run towards the Reverend?
Oh.
She talked to the horse about this
If-
one. That's not with us.
Yes, Marshall and Marshall had a long conversation
could-
about this. So you,
I was going to make a joke that the Marshal could run at him if he's a Jesus and runs across the border.
that's true. If you can walk on water. So if you're in the Roll20, the map that I put up there for you all, you can see you all are on the far side of the lake by the old ruined gate that first enters the valley. The Reverend is on the far side of the lake over here where he was sort of incanting across the water. And the other outlaws are all stationed somewhere behind the second gate that is approximately, let's see.
It's several hundred feet.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's it's probably at least 150 to 200 feet to that gate.
Are they
Okay.
are they in the open?
Currently, they're not in the open. You just kind of see them move. You can see them trying to sort of keep cover but take aim in your direction. So you could try to shoot at them. Mechanically, you would have a disadvantage die on them until they kind of come into sight. You also can see that along the path to the second gate, there is like this little like kind of rubble that has collapsed down the wall. You could potentially sort of use that as cover if you decided to try to make your way across there in the open.
So the Marshal is going to rush, trying to draw them out, but the Marshal is going to run to the rubble first and then towards them.
Samuel's also gonna go with the Marshal to the rubble, but then try to I guess give the Marshal cover after getting to the rubble.
Okay. And what about Baxter and Sister Michal?
Baxter will take cover here and give a covering fire.
Okay. So I'm just going to move you so I know where you all are going to try to be. As you run, I want everyone to tell me again, what are your dexterities?
Not
70.
much.
70. Baxter is a 70. Marshall?
Samuel is also a 70.
That's right. Okay. Samuel.
30. Not a super fast character, but lots of pew pew.
That's true.
My
Sister?
move rate is 9.
5 plus 5 is 55.
Ooh.
That math doesn't check out, but okay.
Excellent. Let's see here.
Even the sister is more speedy. I just rely on Marshall to be the speed part of my movement.
You must, at that point when you had to leave Marshall down at the bottom of the hill, it's like, really? Really?
I mean, it's the best for him.
It's true. All right. It's fast.
I do want to let you know I'm shouldering the right. Actually, I'm probably leaving the rifle behind and pulling out my pistols.
Okay.
Just so you know, because I'm not actually that good with rifles.
That's fair. Throw the rifle down and keep running. All right. 60 foot.
I took it because it was given to me.
Excellent. Oh, yes. And all right. So you can make out the form of Smythe as he's like kind of pulling himself along, trying to pull himself back toward the fort, trying to find some cover, making himself as flat to the ground as possible. Baxter, as the Marshal and Samuel take off at a run for that rubble, you do see the one of the outlaws at the other side sort of getting himself in position to take some shots on them. The other two keeping more to cover. What do you want to do, Baxter?
Baxter will take a shot. It was 44 Winchester, so. Ooh, nice.
All right, let's see here. So Baxter will take a shot. How many? Oh, there you go. So, he needs to roll a Constitution roll.
Also, it was extreme.
It was extreme, so he takes. Let's see. So, he has to make a con roll. He gets a success. All right, so he takes 7 damage.
Close, but no cigar.
However, that does interrupt him if he was going to attempt to shoot at the two of you. And Baxter, do you hold your position where you are?
Yeah.
Okay. So Samuel, you're running out and across. You kind of get a little bit ahead of the Marshal just from you're just faster on your feet, and you get a better start. As you're running, you do notice this one gunman kind of lean out to shoot, and then a bullet sounds from behind you, and you see him kind of fall back into the wall and lose his grip on his gun a little bit, and he's unable to take a shot at you in that moment. And you do manage to reach the rubble pile before he can anybody can take a shot at you. As Samuel, you kind of slide in where the rubble is and find some cover, and Marshal, you're running. You all hear a scream from like back toward the fort, and just it sounds like a man screaming in pain.
You had me thinking it was the
same.
the native girl.
Or the other one that you were looking for.
Or the little girl. Yeah, the mayor's daughter.
Yeah, no. This is a man screaming. You're welcome, by the way.
You gave
we
me
just
a little...
reminded her.
No. So, and the screaming, the painful scream gets louder, and then the sister and Baxter and the school teacher see this person kind of stagger into view on the far side of the shore. The preacher is kind of crawling that way and sort of slows to a stop and raises his head and is looking in that direction as this figure in a long black trench coat with a hat. It looks like they've got a couple of guns in holsters, and they kind of stagger out, and you hear them yell, "Stop! Stop! What's going on? What are you doing? Stop it! You said you'd help me! It's getting worse! God damn you! What have you done to me?" And you just see, like, the person is, like, pulling, like, holding their face and, like, going toward the preacher on the ground. And he looks up, and you hear his voice is quieter, but you can hear it over the lake, and he says, "It's the mark of the Lord you bear. You're chosen. Don't spurn his blessing." And then you, Baxter and Sister, you see the figure kind of still holding his face with one hand, draws a revolver and points it down at the preacher and discharges a shot in the preacher's direction, and the preacher yet lets out another yell in pain as this person is staggering toward him. After that,
Kill Stealer. Sorry.
I will say that the preacher looks like he's still moving, but he does scream in pain as he does take another bullet wound. Let's see here. In that moment, Mr. Potts sort of tries to maneuver so he can see, and he's trying to see if he can be of any help. Let's see what he sees.
Mr. Potts.
Mr. Potts. So
jeez.
he is like looking around, but all of this is just kind of sensory overload for him. And Sister, you note that he seems like he's looking at what's transpiring between the preacher and this fellow, this figure that you're not sure who this is yet under the hat. And then Mr. Potts' eyes kind of go to the surface of the lake, and you see him like looking and trying to kind of make something out, but he is very distracted by it in that moment. So, let's see. As the marshal is running, two of the outlaws who are behind cover are going to take shots at you, but they do have disadvantage dice because you are running and they are stuck behind. They're trying to keep their cover, so they don't want to come out completely into view. So let's see. Disadvantage first. Definitely a failure on the first one. So the sand at your feet kicks up as one bullet kind of misses you. Second, and up like in front of you see some of the rock kind of explode where the bullet hits, but it's very far away when they fire at you. Sister Michal,
Yes.
what would you like to do as this is kind of all going on around you?
Well, I think I'd like to go to the lake.
Mm?
And I think I'd like to take out I can never remember what it's called, so...
The
The doll?
Yeah, the Geesh. And I'm just going to try and crouch as small as I can, so I am not going to immediately get riddled with bullets.
Do you want to
And
roll me a stealth roll to try and make to get there without being as noticeable?
Happily.
All right. I'll even give you, roll with an advantage die just because so much is going on and you're sort of moving in the direction away from the majority of the action in the moment.
Yeah. I'm moving in a way no one would ever expect because it makes no sense.
All right, so you do succeed. So you slip down toward the shore of the lake here.
Wonderful, wonderful. And was I able to hear anything that Reverend Smythe was saying?
Yes, he could, because he was kind of raising his voice, so this whoever this figure is could hear him too. His voice carried across the water to you.
Yeah.
Also, make a spot roll while you're there.
Absolutely. Spot hidden. Boop.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
All
I
right,
don't think
so
you wanted
you
to
go ahead.
see them anyway.
Yeah, nobody's gonna see. So yeah, your attention is focused sort of across the lake on these two individuals, the staggering figure and the one that's still on the ground. So what are you doing?
Well, I have two conflicting instincts, and they're both really, really bad ideas, as I'm wont to have. The first one is to use the logic that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line and swim across the lake directly to Smythe and shoot him that way. But there's a monster in the lake. So I think I'm going to try and use magic to make the monster go back to sleep.
Oh my.
Quit it. Just gonna sit down and start praying in various languages and saying basically every single, chant that I've ever heard in my life. And
what would you like to roll for that? Do you want to roll a luck roll? What do you think? Let's see. What do we
Isn't
have?
it a power roll?
Or a power roll would be also be the option for that.
I would love to do a power roll. Ooh. Fuck it. I'm gonna spend. Can I spend luck?
Yeah, you could spend luck on that. It's not a sanity roll.
Yeah, gonna spend 11 luck.
It's worth it.
Okay.
5, 6,
Roll
7,
me
8, 9, 10, 11.
Roll me a d4 plus 1.
Okie dokie. Don't remember how to do that.
R slash.
Back slash R and then space.
Oh yeah.
And then do d4 plus 1.
Slash R d4 plus 1, 3.
All right. All right, so the sister is on the shore chanting. Here.
Seems about right for the sister.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right.
I was going to suggest praying, so I was basically right.
It's true. So Marshal, you reached the rocks too, just as Samuel did. Thanks to Baxter's well-placed shot, you also managed to get there without being shot yourself. So the two of you have found some cover in the rocks over here to the side.
I would like to sneak to the corner and see if I can get a shot off.
Roll a stealth roll.
That's so worth the 3 luck. I really don't want to get shot. It's fine. I still have 8 luck, guys. I got this. I'm gonna use my luck.
What happens if you reach 0 luck?
Then if I ask you to roll a luck roll, you say, "I fail."
Can.
So you proceed to the corner. Because you have succeeded at the roll with the use of your luck, I will let you take the shot and you will have advantage on the roll.
One shot or both shots?
I will say you have advantage on the first shot, and the second shot is just a normal shot, because then they'll know you're there.
Okay. Yes!
Ooh.
Extreme!
Hell yeah.
All right, with that shot, the outlaw who is in the open, that takes him full in the chest, and he just kind of goes sprawling back through the opening between the two fellows who are hidden behind him, and he's just thrown back by the force of the shot and kind of rolls away.
Well, I don't see anything. Well, I do see something else to shoot at, technically.
Also, I will say, now that Samuel and the Marshal have gotten closer, both of you can roll me spot rolls.
This is something I'm decent at.
Okay, 2 successes. Excellent. All right, so let's see. What you notice now that you've kind of closed the distance a little bit, you both realize that the stumbling figure that's clawing at their face is actually Boston, the
Figured.
gunslinger. Um,
Effing Boston.
yes, Evan Boston. As he's moving,
He comes to my effing lake.
he does. As he's moving towards Smythe, and you can see the smoke coming up from the gun that he shot him with. He takes the hand kind of away from the side of his face, and you can see that his face. Maybe it's the moonlight, maybe it's the reflection off the lake, but his face, his skin seems to look very greenish to you. His eyes seem a little bit like oversized. Maybe it's just this crazed, pained look. Hard to tell, but something doesn't seem right about Boston as he's striding toward Smythe at this point.
I mean,
I'd take the shot.
I was gonna say I've wanted to take Boston out since he murdered Arizona or whatever his name was at the very first session.
I think it was Arkansas.
I knew it was a state. Give me some credit.
Alaska?
Yes, Yes, he killed Arkansas, and you really wanted to pay him back for that.
Yeah, but
I
I
can't
really
believe I got that right.
I would also like to finish off the Reverend if I can take my second shot.
All right. If shooting at the Reverend, you're gonna have disadvantage on the shot because he is prone, and it's kind of hard to get a good shot on him at this point.
That's fine.
And then I will let Samuel take a shot at Boston.
Because that's still a success.
That is still a success. Look at you.
I have 80 in handguns. I hope I can make that shot.
How much damage do you do on that one?
Oh, did I use the wrong roll? I did, didn't I? We'll just use the damage from that.
All right.
It was still a success anyway.
Was.
Still a success.
So you take the shot. You shoot Reverend Smythe. He had made up a little ground, clawing his way toward Boston. When Boston shot him, he kind of like pulled up his leg. It looks like Boston probably shot him in the other leg. And then as the Marshal's gunshot goes off, you see him like pinched, and he kind of rolls a little bit closer to the lake surface, and you hear him just cry out in pain as Boston's eyes kind of turn, searching for where the shot came from. And Samuel, you can take a shot if you'd like to.
I just did it.
Oh,
I got
okay.
a success.
Let's see.
I think that's it for the Winchester.
All right.
Yep, 2d6 plus something. That is determined by something.
Your size plus something. I don't remember.
I have it written down as 2d6 plus 1, so I'm going with that.
Nice.
I've never had a character with a damage bonus, so I don't know how you get it, but my characters never have had it.
Firearms don't have any bonuses. It's a flat damage.
All right. So you fire it at Boston. He will try to dodge this. So he does not dodge it. So he will take the damage. Okay.
I don't like that.
No worries. No worries.
D100 rolls scare me in this game when
Isn't that
keeper
his
does
dodge?
That was his dodge roll. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's okay. We'll let it scare Theater Nerd. We'll let it scare them.
It took forever to show up on my screen. That's why I assumed it was something different.
All right. So Smythe
It could be anything.
It could be almost anything. So Smythe is just holding his chest, pitched, like lying on the ground, moaning in pain. Boston tries to dodge, but the bullet hits him. And then, let's see, Smythe.
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
From the angle that Samuel has after taking that shot, is he able to ascertain that it's not, in fact, the moonlight that has Boston looking like the Batman the Animated Series Two-Face?
That is what I was thinking too.
That's an apt description, I won't lie. He, as Boston turns and faces Samuel, like, completely, yeah, Samuel, I will say you realize it is definitely not the lake. There is something wrong with his coloring. His eyes are too large. Like, you've seen him before up close. His eyes are too large from what you've seen before. Something has happened to him. He has changed somehow. And you do recall the last time you did see him, he was very badly wounded in the ambush and had barely escaped on horseback, as the other outlaw who had helped with the ambush had been killed. So, seeing him stride out and attack Smythe, I mean, the last time Marshall saw him, you were pretty sure that he'd probably be either dead or laid up for quite a while from his wounds.
Thinking it's weird wooju.
I'm gonna, turn over to the marshal and say that boy ain't right.
Well, I think he's gonna be my next target after I take care of the Reverend. I know we decided we weren't gonna kill, but that was never my intention.
It's fair. Baxter,
Yeah.
what are you doing as all this is going on?
Um. Hmm. Baxter will try to run up to there, where the Marshal and Samuel are.
Okay. So you're going to make a run for it across the open space?
Yeah.
All right. So you managed to it seems that the marshals got the two behind that second gate kind of pinned down in the moment. So you managed to rush across the distance, and Samuel's got Boston's attention, and you make it to the rubble without taking any gunfire yourself. Would you like to do anything else once you reach the rubble pile?
Take a pot shot at Boston. Do it.
I want a proper confrontation with Boston. I'm not a coward, so
It's called using an advantage, not cowardice.
it is a cowardice because we need to have a dialogue.
Okay.
I mean, he's fully about to fly out of his skin with like 50 different tentacles, but go off, I guess.
I like
As
to
I
imagine
said,
the
I am
Marshal
not a
and
coward.
Baxter are doing this in back and forth.
Well, yes, that my reaction was kind of the Marshal's, because the Marshal's like, I'm not sure you're gonna get a chance, kid, because I'm gonna keep shooting at him, but you go get ready to have those words.
Yeah, he's like 5 seconds away from only communicating in blood-curdling screams from hell, but
As I said,
good luck, Laertes.
The last time.
As I said, I am not a coward.
Okay, if you want to go down like that, I know stuff and things about this setting. I won't spoil it for you.
I'm gonna take a shot at the two guys at the place.
Okay. You will have disadvantage because they are still keeping themselves under the cover of the wall.
Mm.
Oh.
Fail.
So part of
Too
the
bad.
wall just above where one of their heads is kind of hiding behind kind of just explodes with the bullet impact. And you see him duck farther back. Meanwhile, Baxter, Samuel, what would you like to do with this turn? Because last turn you moved and then you waited and shot. So what would you like to do now? Also,
It.
make me another spot roll while you're there.
Oh boy.
All right, you're pretty focused on the whole Boston preacher encounter.
Is Boston still standing?
Oh, he is still standing. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna take another shot at him.
All right.
On more and more legs by the minute.
All right. He is going to attempt to dodge. I'm going to actually remember, and I will remind you because I just saw it on the overlay. Samuel has 1 success left, and I'm going to use the advantage I have that I always forget that I have for this because I just am.
I love how the preacher really isn't the big bad we're about to fight.
Oh, I didn't have to use it, but I said I was going to use it.
Preacher's a monster.
Well,
Oh, I got
right.
better. All right, that was my.
Or is the
advantage.
preacher the
I
monster?
will.
I don't know, but something's popping out of someone's torso here in the next little bit. I just have this sick feeling in my stomach.
All right.
Maybe if the preacher had just let Boston love.
Wait, is the preacher still alive?
Ish. Probably not for long.
He
He's
is
not
still
Police
making
that
noise.
guy, like he's been shot like 5 times now.
He has
Also
been
the-
shot a handful of times.
And the preacher is the monster's monster, the lake
Mm.
monster.
All right, let's see.
Oh, right. It's monsters all the way down.
I mean, I think. There's also that third guy that only I saw them, but we didn't see their face or anything.
No, that was Boston.
No, like we just see Boston. Like, there was a third guy. First episode.
Oh, yep.
I
Jesus?
know.
So Boston does manage to just dodge that bullet that you shoot. He just and the advantage actually came into play because the 19 wouldn't have done it. So sorry. So he just managed, like, you see Samuel
I'm really happy for you.
I'm very happy for me sometimes. He moves and the coat kind of flutters outward and you see the bullet like go through the coat he's wearing and pass through the other side. So just barely missed him.
And a bunch of doves that none of us could see just.
And you thought there'd be tentacles.
Yeah.
But because he dodged.
And also, he was
Explosion.
shirtless the entire time.
Yes, no. I don't think you want to see him shirtless right now. So he is unable to fire back because he had to dodge that bullet so he doesn't get a shot on you. But he does take a few more steps in the direction of the prone pastor, stumbling closer to the lakeshore. Mr. Potts.
Take a pot shot, Potts.
Let's see what he does.
Where is Mr. Potts?
He's still back by the other gate.
That's the best place for him. I'd really hate for him to get hurt.
So his attention, he follows like with his eyes, like they go to the sister at the lakeshore and then they look kind of past her at the lake itself. Sister, it's then that he maybe startles you a little, and also the other 3 of you further away. It's less intense, but he cries out this sort of like panicked, like, no, oh no, no, and he's pointing into the middle of the lake.
No, back of the throat.
Just make a psychology roll, I believe it is. Let's see.
Happily, I'm actually really good at that.
I thought you were. Excellent. You immediately, without even turning, rather than like terror, you recognize that this is more an anguished cry than a terrified cry. And he is
Well,
pointing into like toward the center of the lake.
it's funny that I just made a Monty Python and the Holy Grail reference because I think we've got a Lady of the Lake on our hands.
Meanwhile,
Maybe a
Well, Tarts are
Cthulhu of the
resorts
lake
down there.
is.
so as Mr. Potts seems distracted and distraught, the two outlaws that are at the gate are going to attempt to fire at the marshal. They actually break cover.
Well,
But
they just made it easier for my plan.
But they break cover. So if they had stayed behind cover, they would have actually had 2 disadvantage die. But now they only have 1 because you still have the cover of the rubble. So go rubble.
Barney Rubble.
Good guy. All
I
right.
was about to say that, but I couldn't remember what Barney Rubble sounds like to make a joke. So I just went to Yogi Bear.
Nice. All right. So the first fires. Yep, he fires in your direction. The bullet, it doesn't hit anything near you. You're not even sure. Maybe the anguish cry of Mr. Potts has distracted him. The second, some rubble kind of close to like your left side kind of explodes, and you just sort of turn your head as it kicks off around you. But also, you find yourself unscathed by these bullets that are shot in your direction. Sister Michal.
That's me.
It's a me.
Mr. Potts is crying out, pointing frantically into the water. Bullets are flying at your friends along the rubble path. You're not sure if the Reverend is long for this world or not. And
I mean,
there's something
fingers
very
crossed
wrong
not.
with Boston. What are you doing in this moment?
Oh, what a good question. Well, first things first, let's see if we can follow Mr. Potts' eye line is the expression.
You can roll me a spot roll with advantage.
Are you sure you want to see this?
I've had a good run.
Well, you are not gonna.
You look in the direction he's pointing, and
You could use luck since you're only 1 off of
You could.
succeeding.
Yeah.
you could.
Yeah, I'll use the 1 luck.
How much luck are you down
It's
to?
the last episode.
Yes. So you, for a second, you just think, there's just maybe some weeds or something floating in the lake. And then you kind of look more closely.
It's just some driftwood, Mr. Potts. Don't worry about it. Just some driftwood with some seaweed. I see it now.
You do. In fact, you note that it looks like the chopped up remains of people sort of floating on the surface of the lake. And
Dinner.
Mr. Potts is looking specifically at what is perhaps a decapitated head of a woman.
Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Who can say?
Oh, that jerk. I hate him.
What would you like to do, sister?
In the words of Harvey Firestein before me, all right, everyone, let's pray.
Pray like your life depended on it. Oh.
Which is a really funny hypothetical.
I'm not quite sure it's a hypothetical, but you go, sister.
Yeah. Yeah, would I be able to make another power roll to keep on keeping on?
Sure.
Oh,
All right.
fuck.
So the distraction.
Sorry, were we allowed to swear on this stream?
Yeah, I have the warning up ahead of time, like, hey, you got to click through. You have to be okay with clicking through. There might be adult content. So.
Oh yeah, I just saw a decapitated head, and I'm worried if I can say fuck.
I mean, it's a fair question. So the distraction of Mr. Potts' anguish and seeing what has caused it does in fact seem to shake you a bit and shake your will. Roll me a d4, please.
Sorry if I'm slow to respond, everybody. I'm getting the warning a lot that my internet connection is unstable.
I love that warning.
It's great. It's like, yeah, I know. Just like everything else, it's a matching set.
Your internet has
My
failed
instability is couture. Thank you.
Your internet has failed its sanity roll for the evening.
Wah, wah. Anyway, did I miss anything?
I'm waiting. Did the d4 roll for you on your screen?
D4. No, it did not.
Aha! There we go.
1.
I will tell you that a 1 is a good roll in this case. So,
Oh, yay!
Yay! All right. Marshal. I think you're muted.
Yes.
Oh, there you
I'm
are.
going to do this weird thing, or I'm going to do this crazy thing. And you let me know if I can do this. I would like to run up to the guys, and if I can get close enough, I'd like to point blank them in the head.
All right. What is your movement rate?
7.
7. You would be able to get pretty much within just about point blank range. And as they both fired their weapons already, and are in the process of reloading, they aren't able to take shots at you as you approach them.
Yup. Cool. I'm gonna attempt to shoot them. I'm aiming specifically for their heads, just so you know. Does that give me any sort of disadvantage to hitting them with my pistols?
Well, no. If you get up to point blank range with your pistols, I do believe you get an advantage die on the gunshots.
Well, great. Darn, I wish I had 2 of them. That's for the first one.
Okay.
And 2 solid successes.
One of them manages to kind of turn his head slightly. The other one, you get a more solid shot, and kind of he's gonna need a Constitution roll here. He might pass out.
Well, that's one way to take care of them.
Let's see. Constitution roll.
99. That's not what I wanted to see.
He reels back from the shot and is somewhat concussed by it. I will say that he'll have a disadvantage on any kind of shots next turn, but he does not lose consciousness. But he is injured very badly from that. And Reverend Smythe now is kind of pulling himself just by one arm, trying to pull himself away from the shore once again.
You can't win, Powers. Why won't you die?
You're gonna bite my kneecaps.
He seems to be trying to be taking advantage of the fact that Boston is distracted. Baxter, what do you do?
Baxter will move up here And,
That's the lucky corner.
And I take a shot.
At which one?
One that I have better sight on.
Okay, you probably have better sight on the one that took the more serious gunshot wound from Marshall.
Mm.
There. I was like, that didn't load for me.
All right.
I rolled a wrong one.
The good news
that's
is you
okay.
did not roll a fumble. Woohoo.
Yep.
But so you shoot, and the wall behind him, another chunk explodes behind him. But you do not hit your mark. Samuel.
Boston's still standing, right?
He is still standing.
I'm gonna take a shot, and I'm also gonna use this success.
I like it.
Make sure I get him this time.
I like it.
You're out of fancy tricks, right?
Yeah.
Like,
All right, so roll damage on the shot.
max damage.
Let's hope so. Ooh.
It's really good.
Well,
I'll take it.
it's not double ones.
It's not snake eyes, which is good in the
Yeah.
Old West. Let's see. Right. So Boston is, you see him stagger with that shot and stumble closer to the edge of the lake.
He's trying to return back to the lake.
Well, he kind of stumbles past the Reverend. He nearly drops the gun he's holding as he sort of seems to reel from that gunshot. He looks across the lake at you, Samuel, and he raises the pistol. And he aims the pistol at you.
Use the success too early.
So.
Not the Boston surprise.
Let's see. As he raises the pistol in one hand, he kind of takes out his second pistol in the other as he's kind of staggering to keep his feet, and he's gonna fire across the lake at you.
Well, I deserve it. I did shoot him twice. 3 times. 1 miss. But...
I can't say I don't deserve it.
The consequences of my actions.
Oh, consequences is right.
No.
So he fires with his right hand. He fires, and as he does, this is an extreme success for him. Do you want to attempt? I think you can still attempt to dodge. I think if you match it, you dodge it. Let me double check. I always have to check that.
I mean, your odds are
Roll a
slim.
2 on a D100. It's
Now remember,
easy.
if you dodge, that means you give up your chance to attack next turn.
I mean, I am kamikazeing myself pretty dang well right now.
You are. So if he, as the attacker, he needs to achieve a higher level of success than you. So if you can get an extreme, then he doesn't get a higher level of success than you, and therefore you would dodge.
The only thing you have to lose is an attack next round.
Yeah, I'll try the dodge.
Come on. 1.
Oh, so close.
So close.
All right, so let's see here. Just need to check a thing. There it is. All right. So Baxter, you are closest to see. You see out of the corner of your eye Boston take aim and fire, and you turn to look back at Samuel. You see Boston's bullet hit Samuel full in the chest, and Samuel, for just a second, you pause. You don't feel any pain. You look down, and there's a hole in your shirt. And then you realize that as you stand there, there's something just inside your shirt. And you pull out your Jish doll with the bullet in the center of the doll.
Holy cow.
Just staring down, you aside from the hole in your shirt, you are unharmed by this bullet.
Oh my
Oh, wow.
god.
I was
The medicine man was
seconds away
onto
from
something.
Starting to sing What You Say.
So, as that happens, that's Boston. Henry Potts runs down to the shore of the lake and like just drops to his knees, still pointing and screaming in agony out into the middle of the lake. The two outlaws that the marshal has run up on,
Mm-hmm. They're in point blank range of me.
well, they are. One of them already will have a disadvantage, so he's just gonna have a straight roll because he shot him in the head. So, ouch. Let's see. So the one with disadvantage,
Oh, good thing it wasn't the other direction.
he
Whew.
fires a wild shot that whizzes past your ear. Does no harm to you whatsoever. It's kind of like, and then the other outlaw will have an advantage die. He fires, and it's almost like you just move so quickly, and the bullets just whiz past you, as they are both kind of look surprised that you are still standing.
So do I. How even?
I'm not sure. Sister.
Lots of that going around.
It's true. So, sister, you are still on the lakeshore. You have been very distracted by all of this that's going on. You, from your vantage point, see Samuel take a bullet to the chest, and yet somehow he is still standing. You see in the distance the marshal come under fire from both outlaws, and as the bullets sound off, the marshal seems unharmed. What do you do?
Um, I mean, I'm not good at guns.
Keep praying, sister.
Right.
Yeah, like objectively, I feel like it's my best option. Because shit's gonna get worse if Nessie comes out of the lake.
Or we call Cthulhu.
No, I'm pretty sure we win the game if we call Cthulhu. That's why it's called Call of Cthulhu, right?
Sure, we'll go with
yeah,
that.
isn't that the goal?
No!
Cultists.
Bad.
All right. Power roll is go. Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
All right, so you are struggling with this, all of this tent, and you almost feel this like kind of chill down your spine, like that there is something that you don't want to come out of this lake, and almost in response to that feeling, you and Baxter and Samuel see, since the marshal is rather busy with the two figures in front of her, you see as Boston stumbles a few steps closer to the lake, And the shock on this distorted face that Samuel across the lake is still standing. You watch as Boston is reloading his gun and taking another aim at Samuel, this time raising the gun so that it's less aligned with Samuel's chest and more with his trying to take a headshot. Something breaks the surface of the water. And Boston is startled when it wraps around his ankle. And he actually kind of yelps in surprise. And you watch as Boston is yanked up into the air by this dark tentacle that lashes him back and forth and then throws him against the side of the cliff at the back of the lake. And there's a, like, splattering sound of Boston hitting the wall. And then that slow motion as Boston slides down the wall and then comes free and splashes into the lake. And the tentacle disappears. So the three of you, would you like to roll me a sanity roll?
Better you guys than me.
I didn't think of that. Oh, Mr. Potts.
Oh, Mr. Potts.
Oh, Mr. Potts.
Yay!
Oof.
Oof.
Oh, Mr. Potts.
Oh no! I mean, he thinks he sees his girlfriend's head, so I mean that's probably fair.
Actually, that reminds me, he needs a second sanity roll too.
Hmm.
Oh, Mr. Potts.
Well,
Oh no, Mr. Potts, he's gonna be a liability now. Oh.
If he wasn't before. All right.
At least he wasn't directly causing any of us harm. He just wasn't
Oh, that was-
helping.
nice while it lasted.
All right.
Honestly, don't know how I haven't gotten hit.
I don't know how you haven't gotten hit either, but I love it. All right, let's see.
The Marshal is Nero from Matrix, guys. She just bullet times around the bullets.
It's true. Ah, there we are.
All while having a busted up shoulder.
All right, so Baxter, you will just lose 2 sanity as this startles you, but you kind of keep it together. The others 4. Oof. All right, so Samuel, Sister Michal, and my poor friend, Mr. Potts, you all lose 4 sanity. I'm going to say, Sister, you kind of backpedal from the lakeshore a distance at that point. Samuel, you, I'm going to say probably drop your gun just in the shock of it. Mr. Potts, he was screaming, he continues to scream, but this time, Sister, it's definitely now more terror than anguish. And then for his fumbled roll.
Oh, good. Progress.
Yes.
I think that's the wrong direction. Unless he flees up the hill, which I totally would be okay with.
Well, fear isn't one of the stages of grief, I don't think.
No, he
so
is.
Really, this is a good thing.
Sure.
So he is just beside himself, distraught, and he seems to sort of have kind of lost focus on a lot of what's actually happening around him in this moment. Let's see. That was that. So, Marshal, there is suddenly some much higher pitched screaming. There was this wet thwapping sound that you're not really sure what happened.
Not looking.
You are still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And so far unharmed.
I don't know how, but I'll thank whatever God Sister Michal believes in. Or doesn't believe in, whatever. I'm going to continue to take out the two outlaws before they take me out.
Go for it.
Ooh, 9.
Oh, but my damage roll for the second one sucked. That's
Well,
2 extreme successes
that
on.
is 2 extreme successes. All right.
I'm so happy I put my pistols up to 80, guys.
Well, the one that you shot the first time, you definitely kill. The other fellow, let's see. Is wounded but not dead yet. He manages again to kind of take the shot. He stumbles back against the wall. He kind of like, you get him in his gun arm, so he kind of like, nearly drops his pistol. And he starts looking over his shoulder back at the fort, looking like he might try to run away as he's bleeding.
Honestly think that's a whatever. Okay.
I don't know. Smythe, having seen what happened to Boston, is still pulling himself across the ground, across the lake.
So is he going towards the lake?
No, he's crawling toward the fort.
Oh, okay.
Baxter.
Baxter will run up to the here and directly put the barrel underneath the
You're gonna steal my kill,
head.
kid?
Of I am, because you need help.
What? Gonna throw you in the lake.
You had 3 opportunities to kill this guy.
The-
You lost every single one of them.
I've had 2 and I've hit every single time.
And he's still alive.
And he didn't hit me. I don't need your help, kid.
He looks back and forth between the two of you. How about nobody kills me? You just leave me for dead right where I'm laying. As he leans against the wall.
Both look at him simultaneously and go, "Shut up!"
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yes.
I was just gonna... See, you can't
that
even
was
help me
fair.
anyway.
No, you would have an advantage die because you're point blank.
Oh yeah. That's extreme. And that's 8 damage.
Wait! You shoot this fellow, and he just slams back against the stone wall and crumples in a heap at the feet of you and the marshal.
I'm taking Smythe out.
We need him.
No, we don't.
Marshal's just like, "I'm gonna throw you
Yes,
in that lake so you can have a dramatic confrontation with the
there.
jello that was
Call.
Boston."
Yeah.
He's something to do with it.
He's
And-
not gonna stop it.
He knows how to stop it.
As Baxter and the marshal argue, Samuel, your prey, your target, he's underwater somewhere now. What do you want to do?
Samuel's gonna, I guess, take a moment and compose himself, collect the gun, and head up towards the rubble to join everyone else who are squabbling, and probably walk past them.
Step over the bodies
Yeah.
as the marshal and Baxter argue.
Samuel, I swear to God, if you kill the Reverend, I'm not gonna be happy.
So, you walk through. You see as you kind of cross the gate, look left and right. There doesn't appear to be anyone else on the other side of the wall. You don't see anyone. There's a few openings in the broken down walls of the fort. The fort looks like it's very much in disrepair. It's kind of a low, single story. If you wanted to, you could try to access the roof to get a vantage point on it, but right now you don't see anyone else except off to your left. You do see the prone form of Smythe dragging himself And you can see in the rocks and the sand of the shore of the lake, he's the blood trail that he's leaving behind him as he does so. And you think like this man is just willpower alone is continuing to just try to get back to the fort. So, do you want to shoot at him or anything, Samuel, when you get there, or do you just kind of take in the scene?
I I think I'll take in the scene. As much as I want to shoot him, I don't want to deal with Marshall bugging out on that one.
All right. So, sister, you're still on the far side of this long edge of the lake. Uh, it's just you and the anguished Mr. Potts, who is still crying out in this mixed anguish and terror. What do you want to do?
I think I mean, I don't know that he fumbled a sanity roll. I'm gonna try and console Mr. Potts
Okay.
because it doesn't really look like praying is having much of an effect right now. So,
All right. So why don't you?
famous last words.
Roll me a. Ah, there it is. A psychology roll, please.
Yay!
Sister.
Hopefully.
Ooh.
Okay, what do you do to try to bring him back around?
Well, I'm going to take hold of his face and sort of make him look away from the lake and look into my eyes and I am going to say to him, I know this is terrible. I'm so sorry. But this person that you've loved, that you care for, even now, you need to go on for them. You need to keep yourself together and survive for her so that you can get back to town and tell everyone about how incredible she was and keep her alive through teaching others.
He slowly takes deep, like hitching breaths, and then he puts his head against your shoulder and just starts to cry.
I know.
But you feel like you've kind of brought him around from this manic episode that he might have been ready to break down into.
Whew.
So, while you do that, make me a spot roll, please.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're really focused on talking to Mr. Potts and getting him through this.
Yeah. Goodwill towards others and all that shit.
So meanwhile, what do the three of you who have come to the edge of the gate here, Samuel kind of stepping through in the lead, we're kind of out of any kind of initiative. right now there doesn't appear to be any other active threat. The Reverend seems to be
Subdued.
he the fight is still there, but he is so badly wounded that he is just he seems intent. I would say Samuel notices that he's intent on needing to get back inside the fort. He's very like razor focused, just pulling himself.
I'm gonna keep the rifle trained on him in case he tries any funny business because I still don't think he's done yet.
Like
But
bleeding on you?
who knows?
The
Bleeding monster tentacles.
The marshal would like to go up to him and attempt to intimidate him into helping us by putting the pistol at whatever the closest part she can reach on him. Probably his head. And make it stop now or I put a bullet in your head like I did to your men.
Make an intimidation roll.
I don't think I put any points in intimidate. I didn't. Oh, Jesus.
He looks at you as you do this, and he smiles, and you can see his teeth, and there's blood all on his lips and on his teeth. He and even behind his eyes, even as you see he's very wounded, he's bleeding heavily, and you think that without medical attention, he probably will die from these wounds. He smiles and says, "Stop this. No, I'm not going to stop this. He's coming. This is my work. I have worked on this for so long. You can't put the slumberer back to sleep now that he's wakened. There's nothing you could do. Nothing."
Does he have the book?
Imagine that.
Is
He has
the
his
book? Well, I
Yeah.
don't.
Does he have his book?
Looking around it on him, you don't see that black Bible that he's known to carry on him.
I go through his pockets.
All right, you quickly turn out his pockets, and let's see, what does he have on him?
Wow, Baxter, this is so out of character for you. Usually you wait until they're dead.
I mean, it's only a matter of time, right? So
I'm pretty sure that the marshal is going to show the Reverend mercy and put him out of his misery when we have the opportunity.
You turn out his pockets, and the only thing you find is inside his coat. You find holstered. He's got a Colt 45. But other than
Where's
that,
the book?
Wouldn't you like to know, boy? Wouldn't you like to know?
Don't try me. I was going to have compassion, but maybe I'll just throw you in the lake.
It would be a worthy sacrifice. It's coming, you know. It's coming. Can't you feel it?
Baxter shoves the barrel into his bullet wounds.
He kind of writhes in pain in the marshal's like grasp.
Baxter, go look in the fort. Go look in the fort. He's not going to tell us.
Finish him off. And Baxter goes to the fort.
Okay.
I will shoot him in the middle of his forehead.
All right, roll with an advantage die. Actually, roll with 2, as he doesn't look like he's trying to flinch away from your weapon.
I didn't need it.
No, you didn't, but
Pitiful damage.
I don't know what's up with it.
He is so wounded. Yeah, as Baxter turns and you start to stroll away, what gun is this you're using?
Peacemaker.
Yeah, you kind of blow out the Reverend's head.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, and he just slumps. His body slumps at your feet and is not moving anymore.
I think the Marshal will lean down, and I'm not sure that she's a particularly God-fearing woman, but she knows the Reverend was, and she will whisper in his ear, "May God take pity on your soul."
Okay,
And then
so Baxter is heading into the fort. What is Samuel doing as Baxter heads inside?
I'm gonna go to where he was standing when we first came down here while he was standing over the water doing whatever he was doing before and see if I can find the book on the ground nearby.
All right, you can roll me a spot roll. Baxter, you move into the fort.
so close.
So what are you doing? So you kind of step up and you can see that um there's no like doors here that close, that they've long since rotted away. It looks like the openings lead into a large room. Your first thought is it looks like maybe an old barracks room.
Is there anything else like out of place or something?
Do you step inside and start to kind of take a look around?
I take my gun and like my checks the 5.
And you can also roll me a spot roll as as you're stepping through the door. Samuel, you go to the shore. You look around where he was before. You do not see any sign of the book. You do see one of Boston's, the gun that he shot at you with, is lying on the ground near the lake shore.
Well, he's not using this anymore, so Samuel will
Spoils of
take it.
war.
Yep.
All right. So, this was one of those nice guns that was inlaid with like the gold and then finally like crafted handhold. Like it's a very fine weapon. This is a Colt 45 revolver.
Nice.
So, and let's see. Baxter, as you step inside and take a look around, couple things that catch your eye. You see, it looks like various like saddlebags and things are kind of strewn here. You immediately suss out that this must be their gear. What really catches your eye is the handful of saddlebags that look like they're stuffed with cash, as they did rob the local bank. And it looks like here is the ill-gotten gains of that robbery.
I might have made a boo-boo sending the kid in there alone.
So as you see that, and you kind of have stepped inside, it's at that moment that a gun fires to your left. As you hear the gunshot and your head kind of turns in that direction, there's a doorway there, and there's no door in it. A little ways beyond that doorway in the next room it looks like a table on its side, and you see a very grungy, dirty, disheveled hair going up and down, very haphazard facial hair, kind of crazy-eyed man with a hat kind of pushed back on his head, who has just fired at you from behind this table where he's taken cover. So let me roll that. Let's see.
Dodge.
You can roll a dodge roll. Let me roll his attack. Where are you? There you are, Josie.
Of course there's another person.
So he's gonna fire with his rifle. And those of you outside hear the rifle fire from inside the building. Let's see.
That's had a scarring.
So he will. That would be a 6. Nope, that actually does not succeed. So you do not even have to dodge this. So oh wait, he has advantage because you didn't see. Let's see. Oh yeah, he misses you. So it was either a 94 or a 64. All right, so the rifle fires, and
Wait, it's a rifle. So is it does it malfunction because
It's
Or it's have a advantage, so no.
it's
percentage.
actually I used the first number, not the 98 for it because it's supposed
Yeah.
to be either the 6 or the 9. So it's a
Yeah.
94 versus a 64. But the bullet misses you. It hits the stone of the wall at the far end of the barracks room. And the rest of you hear this from outside. So let's see. Where are you, Josie? Dex 60.
I'm running in there if there's someone else shooting at my friend.
Well, sister, way over on the other side of the lake, you're comforting Mr. Potts. He slowly is calming down as you have watched while you've been comforting him from across the lake. You see the altercation between the Reverend and your friends. You see the Marshal shoot the Reverend, who falls and stops moving. And then you hear this muffled rifle fire from further in, and you no longer see Baxter. What are you doing at this as this all is happening? Oh, and roll me a spot check, please.
Alrighty.
Excellent.
Fucking
Congratulations.
finally.
You lose more sanity.
So
Woo!
so as you're watching all of this happen across the lake, your vision starts to refocus on the lake's surface, which has been mostly flat and unmoving aside from the one tentacle and the disappearing form of Boston. But now the water is kind of churning and moving on the surface.
Mr. Potts.
Sister.
I think it might be a good idea for you to go and sit with our horses. It might be a good idea for you to run back down that path and do not look behind you.
He leans back. You see the streaks down his face, and then his eyes kind of follow yours for just a second.
No.
He says,
no.
Come with me.
Run.
Do you want to roll me I'll let you decide. You could do a psychology roll, which I know you're good at. It could be fast talk, charm, intimidation.
I think I'll do
I'll
psychology.
I was gonna say I'd give you an advantage die, but you don't need it.
Take it anyway. You could get an extreme success.
Well, no, that's a hard success is good enough. He looks you in the eye, and you see this desperate, like this good man who is in the moment broken by this loss, but you see he doesn't want to leave you. But as you stare back at him, he puts his hands on your shoulders. He says, I hope the Lord protects you as he's done so far. I'll go make sure the horses are ready to please be safe. I wish you'd come with me. And then he gets to his feet shakily. Before he runs, he puts a hand out to help you to your feet.
I take it and I rise.
And he looks at you, and then he takes a couple hesitant steps toward the path to leave. Desperately looking back at you, the lake is kind of over your shoulder, and he's watching it. And he just turns and starts running up the path.
Good lad, Mr. Potts. Okay. Here goes nothing. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace.
Reciting the rosary?
I don't know. I'm an atheist.
Oh, well, I'm just going to live in my former Catholic. She must be saying the rosary.
What is the
Oh.
sisters? What are you trying to gain in this prayer as you do it?
I think my goal is to try and protect everyone, and that might include myself, but it's not my primary focus. And however I can impact this thing to keep everyone safe, that's what I'm putting out into the universe.
So would you like to make me a power roll?
I would love to, and I don't give a fuck how much luck I have to spend. This is gonna work. Hail Mary.
Nice.
Whoa. Roll me a d6, please. Actually, roll me 2d6.
Thank you, Beyonce.
Whoa.
Oh, it's such a good roll.
It is such a good roll. So as you say this, and the surface of the lake is riling and churning, you still have that chill down your spine, but it actually seems to ease slightly. Like that movement is still there, but it seems to ease slightly. Do you stay on the lake shore where you are?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because if nothing else, I'm distracting this thing so everyone else can get out.
Sounds good. All right, Marshall. So you have finished off Reverend Smythe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And when you hear this gunshot fire in the direction that you just sent Baxter.
Mm-hmm. I'm running after the kid because I shouldn't have sent him alone. But I also didn't see anyone. But I'm going to go after him.
Okay.
And run in there and shout, "Show yourself." My 2 pistols still drawn.
You hear as you run in and you see Baxter's attention turned to his left, and your eyes kind of follow where his eyes go. You see this crazy looking fellow, and he says, "Get out of my house! You ain't getting her back! I promised the Reverend I was gonna keep her safe until he came back, and you can't have her!"
Well, I just finished him off, so he ain't never coming back. And you might as well just come back to town with us.
I ain't going anywhere near that shithole! You hear the
Who are you?
I'm Josie Jackson. This here's my home.
I'm not sure why you would ally yourself with a crazy man.
Spoiler alert, it's because he's a crazy man.
I allied myself with a man of the faith.
Is he somewhere where I can shoot him?
He's inside this room. He's behind a table. It looks like he kicked over this wooden table, and he is behind it, and he fired at Baxter, and then he's kind of ducked down, and you can hear where he's reloaded the rifle behind this table. So he's got cover.
Okay, I'm going to do the crazy window exploit over the table this time.
You know that table is not going to protect you from any bullets.
It ain't gonna protect you much either.
I'm going over the table.
All right. Well, it took most of your movement to get into the room at
Okay.
this point.
Does he have like scarring on his face?
I mean, he did look like he was a bit scarred, and he was very dirty, very like. I mean, that beard is not growing in very well. There's like missing patches. He might have some mange issues going on. He is not well cared for.
So it's safe to assume he's been out in the wilderness on his own
For
for a
years.
long time.
It does appear that he
Okay.
is someone who is not a regular town folk.
Can I? I know this is metagamey, but I wished you kind of would have brought my backstory a bit. Do I recognize them?
How so? Like, how would Baxter?
I told the story of what happened to my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Do I recognize this guy's voice or anything?
I might sound familiar, though. Much more. I mean, this person, if it's maybe who you might have thought it was, has definitely
Gone downhill.
very much so.
Can I ask you a question? Can I
Mhm.
use psychology to see what I might be able to bribe the man with into giving us the girl?
He's a desert man. He doesn't want anything. Maybe a cactus juice?
I mean, I got a new rifle.
He has a rifle.
I'm sure it's as rusty and mangy as he is.
It might be. It does. Have probably has seen better days from the quick sights that you might have gotten on it.
Because I would prefer to not kill him.
Not to try offering him a brand new set of teeth.
You're assuming he'd want a brand new set of teeth.
Well, maybe if he gets hungry.
Roll. Yeah, you can roll a psychology roll.
Oof.
So much for that idea. Look, I don't want to hurt you, but I've come to get the girl back, and if I have to, I will.
Oh,
I would like to leave your home in peace.
she's spoken for already. She has a destiny that she has to keep.
If it's
There's not much destiny with Reverend Dead.
And if that monster comes out of that lake and your plan is to feed her to the monster, I am definitely going to take action against you.
He is no monster. He is the reason for our existence.
You know, with all of this, and I just blast.
It is your
I'm
turn,
gonna
Baxter.
use my. Yeah, I'm gonna blast them, and I'm gonna fan.
All right, you will have disadvantage from the fact that he is behind that table.
That's why I'm fanning.
Yep. So hang on, let's see.
Okay, that's 1. 2. Jesus.
All right.
Do I see the girl? That's probably a thing I should look for.
You don't see her, but he's behind this table in the open doorway. She may be somewhere further into the room.
Okay, so my original plan, when it's my turn, was to vault over the table to attack him. But I'm going to vault over the table and try to find the girl.
All right. Well, hang on. So, Baxter has shot. Let's see.
I'm gonna look here. Okay, so let's see those failed rolls. That's at a decent damage. Yeah, I'm gonna use my luck.
Okay.
I'm using 12, so I have 4 left. Yeah, still decent to get that into success. 11 damage.
Excellent. All right, let's see. Fingers don't work. All right, so 11 damage. Let's see, Josie, how many hit points do you have?
I mean, most characters have.
Not that many.
I think, yeah. I do think it's went over the half.
Yes, so. He has to make a constitution roll, which I will make now. Josie's constitution is, that's pretty good. Oh yes, he makes his constitution roll.
Jesus.
All right, so he does not fall unconscious, but he did take a major wound. So.
Oh, dang it, because that would have made my...
It would have made it a lot easier for you to jump in there. All right, so Samuel, you had run down to the lake shore. You found Boston's dropped gun, and now you hear a gunfight breaking out inside the fort. Also, you can definitely see you saw the water starting to roll, and then you see it visibly calm again as across the lake Mr. Potts bolts for the path, but the sister remains on the lake shore.
I'm gonna shout across the lake to the sister and basically say, "Sister, are you okay over there?"
There's no response. Only praying.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep praying and just
Okay then.
like give them our Father who art in heaven, etc.
With that, then I will rush over to the fort and see if I can get another position on whatever's going in over there.
All right, as you're rushing up and heading for the fort, you can try to run for the door where you saw both Baxter and the Marshal disappear inside. Also, you could try to climb up on the roof overhead. As the fort is as kind of dilapidated as, you might be able to get access or a higher vantage point if you do so.
Sure, let's go for that.
All right, I just roll me a dexterity roll to get yourself up on the roof of the fort.
I'm good at that.
All right, so you run up the hill, and instead of going for the door, you climb up onto the roof. In doing so, you can see that there is, in fact, a hole in the roof that you can see down inside, and you're actually looking into a room. There is this crazed fellow with a rifle tucked behind a table. And off to the left in the back corner of this room, you see a small figure kind of huddled up against a wall.
With that information, I'm going to shout into the room, "Marshal, if you can hear me, back left corner."
Jesus! Ah! This fellow turns around where he was knelt down behind the table. Now he's leaning down back to the table, looking up at the hole in the roof as he was reloading his old rifle in hand.
Pal, you're surrounded. Don't make anything worse for yourself.
He aims the rifle up at the hole in the roof, and he takes a shot at Samuel up on top of the roof. Samuel, the shot punches a smaller hole in the roof, kind of off to your left, but it does not come anywhere near hitting you. Sister.
Hi.
The shore, the water is still moving, but the intensity went down with your prayer. What would you like to do? You feel like you've bought some time before whatever this is possibly makes an appearance. You're not sure how long, but maybe it'll be enough.
I don't think that's a chance I'm going to take. I think I'm just going to sit here and try to keep it under wraps, full Jean Grey at the end of X2.
All right, make me that power roll as you continue your prayer. You feel this battle of wills. Ooh, roll me a d4, please.
If I spent 11 luck,
Mm-hmm.
that would make it a hard success.
That would make it a d6 I'd want you to roll.
I think I'm going to spend 11 luck,
All
because
right.
what else am I going to do with it?
I mean, this is kind of important.
Yeah.
I don't so much care about the old man.
Or wait, a 1 might be good. I don't know.
All right.
That's true.
So, Marshall.
I feel. Yeah, I'm gonna run to the back left corner, assuming I understand what Samuel said to me. Because my back left corner might be a different left corner than what he's talking about.
So you dash into the room, and Samuel's left, your right. You dodge past the table as Josie is his attention is on Samuel in the hole in the roof above him as you dart past.
Mm-hmm.
When you do, you see this huddled form of this young girl. She looks a little dirty, a little unkept, but otherwise she seems unharmed to this point. Her eyes kind of meet yours as you come in the room, and you can tell she's been crying. She's scared. Make me a spot roll while you run in here as well.
Did I just get ambushed by another person?
I don't know. Maybe not. Ooh.
Well, that's an extreme success. So I see into the spirit realm. I don't know. That was the first.
Maybe not the. Maybe it's the spirit realm. What you do see is, there is kind of this sort of broken, kind of cobbled together bed in the far corner of the room, near where the girl's kind of huddled up on the floor, and your eyes, as you look at her, make eye contact, assess that she seems okay physically, maybe scared emotionally. Your eyes sort of flick to the bed, and underneath you see this large black book.
I'm gonna leave the girl there, and I'm gonna run as far as you'll let me with that gosh darn. Actually, yeah, I'm going to take the book.
Okay.
And my plan either is to get it out the hole to Samuel to run to the sister, or I'm just gonna run it all the way back myself.
Well, we'll say when you pick it up off the floor, like you look at the girl and you like lunge past, you grab the book. The book is bound. It's leather bound, black, and on the front of it says the Holy Bible.
Fantastic. It's still far more useful in the sister's hands than mine.
Okay, so you collect this book. Baxter, what are you doing in the other room?
I'm just screaming at the uh, homeless man that is stand and fucking fight. I know who you are.
So Baxter, you fire through the table, and Samuel, you see from your vantage point as this crazy fellow like lunge kind of forward as the bullet hits him from behind, kind of in his lower back, and he squeals in pain from the wound. Let's see. He kind of slumps forward a little bit, but he manages to remain conscious.
Oh, crazy old men are stubborn.
They are stubborn. And he says, ah, ah, you'll never take me. It'll take you all. There's nothing you can do to stop it now from rising. There's nothing you can do. And he looks over where the marshal is standing over the girl, and he's like, get away from her! She's spoken for! And he's kind of spits a little bit of blood when he does so.
Fantastic.
Can I keep firing at this bastard?
Well, we'll see. Samuel gets to act next. Oops.
Yeah, I guess I'll take a shot at the guy with. Let me use Boston's fancy revolver if it's got any ammo in it.
It does. He had reloaded it just before that last shot, or before he got whipped into the lake.
Hmm. Oh well.
You're not good with handguns.
Not as good as a rifle.
Yep, you fire. But while this gun is very well balanced, you're not used to it, so you shoot the table near his head, but you don't manage to hit him.
That was a warning shot.
Josie will lunge at Marshall. Since you are standing over the young woman, he basically drops all pretense of using the rifle, and he just lunges at you. And you see as he does, he's got this axe in his belt that he doesn't go for right away. He literally just comes at you with like both hands as he just tries to just jump on you. So he is going to roll a brawl roll.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to try to, now that he's getting kind of in close contact, you could try to fight back.
So here's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And let me know if you'll let me do it. I would like to stick my gun in his stomach and pull the trigger as he's coming at me.
This is more like you wouldn't be able to use the gun to
Okay.
shoot him as he comes at you. This is more like he lunges at you. You could either dodge, you could just let him try to hit you, or you could attempt to basically fight back, like as he comes in, try to take a fist. If you get a better roll, you'll do damage to him.
Sucker punch him.
All right. So he had a hard success to your regular success. So
I don't have 20 luck.
No. So he manages to get the better of you, and he will hit you for.
I think I've probably flipped around a pistol to try to sucker punch him with the.
4 points of damage.
Tis a flesh wound.
So but now the two of you are kind of brawling together. Sister.
I'm going to continue my Dragon Ball Z Battle of Wills.
Wait, we need to spirit bomb the monster. Give the sister your power. No? Okay.
Roll me a power roll.
If I could,
yes.
I could give. If I could, I would. If I could I would have 65 power to give. I'm more powerful than our priest.
Which is excellent.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend that 5 luck.
Nice. Roll me that d6.
Anyone can keep this monster tame. It's the sister.
Nice.
Is that good? I don't know.
I feel like this is damage of the like psychic variety. It's the vibe I feel.
So, Marshall, Josie, this crazy man who, now that he is close in your proximity, smells like, while he lives by a lake, he has not bathed in quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
What
Well, pretty soon he's going to be a decomposing body, so it's fine. I would like to reach for his axe and try to take his axe and whack him with it.
Oh, let's see. His axe, you say? I want to ask you a question.
I'm going to ask him a question if he's not careful.
Do you
I
wanna...
mean, I also have my own knife, but it just seems more heroic.
So I'll let you decide, sleight of hand or brawl, whatever's better, to try to get this away from him. And he's gonna try to...
Oh, it's definitely brawl.
Alright, he is going to try to, like, turn away.
Fucking damn it, it's probably not gonna matter.
Well, let's see if he fumbles. Let's see. Sleight of hand. Or, yeah, he'll do his brawl as well. Boom. Oh,
No, of course you don't.
he turns sideways and looks at you. He's like, no. You don't get good old Bessie. That's mine. I'll give it to you. And he kind of puts his hand on it like he's going to get ready to take it out and use it next time he gets a chance. Baxter.
Baxter moves in and just puts it on his temple and just fires. Like point blank.
All right.
And that's my final shot because 5. Extreme. Fucking shitty damage though.
So as the marshal goes for the axe, and Josie gets his hand on it, and he's pulling it from his belt and kind of swinging it up to take a swing at the marshal, Baxter just shoots him, and the young girl screams at the gunshot being so close and covers her head with the blanket she's wrapped in. As Josie, this surprised look comes over his face, and he looks back at Baxter as he falls, and he's like, and he kind of collapses against the marshal and then falls to the floor, the axe clattering alongside him.
Baxter, even though he should know that the like chambers are empty because you have to have 5. Because if you have 6, it might accidentally fire.
Mm-hmm.
Keeps firing.
The marshal is going to give the kid the book and say, get this, or the Bible, and say, get this to the sister.
So you notice Baxter unloads the gun into Josie and kind of keeps firing even though the chamber empties as you're holding it out to him.
He's distraught. He knows who he is.
Wait,
at least I think he knows.
What's going on? Are you related to him?
No.
Did he?
He was the one who killed his parents, supposedly.
We'll have conversations about this later. We need to stop the creature coming out of the lake. So go take the Bible to the sister now. He's dead.
I squeeze it in my hand and run.
All right, so Baxter bolts out and back across the pathway, heading back for the sister on the shore. What are the Marshal and Samuel doing?
I'm probably going to stick with the girl, with the mayor's daughter.
She looks at you and she says, the man in the big man in the hat and the collar said that he was gonna feed me to the lake."
Yep, and I was here to stop it. So I'm glad to see you're unharmed, other than being scared about the creature or about the lake. I promise nothing will hurt you now. Besides, you get to see my pretty black horse Marshal once we get out of here.
She puts her hands up for you to kind of help her up to her feet.
Mm-hmm.
She looks back at and shudders and kind of covers her head, looking at Josie on the ground.
Yeah. Yep. I'm sorry you had to see that. Sorry you had to be exposed to all of this, but
Samuel, what are you doing up on top of that roof?
I guess I'll get a scan of. There's nothing else behind this building, right? Or
No, this
the
building,
rest of the fort, right?
the building is right up against the side of the cliff face that goes up. It kind of forms a, nice barrier for anybody trying to sneak up on it. Make me make me a spot roll. So you don't notice anything of interest from up on top of the roof at your vantage point.
Okay, then at that point, I guess I'll just climb back down and get to the the lake for
Okay.
whatever's gonna happen.
Um. So, Marshall, you're helping the young woman Margaret from the room. Uh.
I don't think I want to take her. Well, no, I do actually. Never mind. I was going to say, I don't really want to expose her to the monster if the monster somehow comes out of the lake, but I'm hoping the sister has it under control.
As you pass through the larger barracks room to get to the doorway, you see what Baxter saw as he came in. You see these saddlebags. A few of them have money sticking out of them from the bank robbery. You see some other items. You see some canteens, a few like other satchels and things.
I would like to bring the money back to town to return it to the townspeople if I can feasibly carry it, because I'm really only one-armed.
I don't think you can carry. Samuel might.
I mean, I could probably carry one.
Yeah, you probably could carry one saddlebag. There's 4 saddlebags of money in here.
I think what I'm gonna say to Josie, or sorry, not Josie,
Margaret.
the girl,
Margaret Dobson.
Margaret. Let's go ahead and take the people's money back. Do you mind helping me carry the bags to the doorway so that I can maybe get Samuel to help carry him?
All right, so she kind of goes over and starts kind of dragging one of the bags across the floor toward the door. You see Samuel kind of run across, heading for the gate, heading back to head toward the sister as you bring the first bag over toward the door.
Samuel, we found the money that was stolen. I think we should return it.
Do you think that's important right now?
Well, it is to the people in the town. Fine. I'm gonna carry at least the one saddlebag that I can feasibly carry myself back.
All right. Sister.
Well, Margaret, I appreciate it. Appreciate your help. We're not gonna worry about it right now.
She just nods, and then she'll kind of get close and sort of shadow you as you leave the room. Sister, make me another power roll. As you can see out of your peripheral, Baxter sort of running back across the lakeshore in your direction. Roll me a d4.
Sister.
Okay. and Baxter, you run up to the sister carrying this leather-bound book with the Holy Bible written across the cover.
I'm flipping through it.
Oh, you flip it open as you're running with it? Okay.
Yeah, like
Is it not a Bible?
Oh, it is definitely, as Baxter flips through it as he's running along the shore, Baxter, you realize that whatever pages were in this book when it was first printed and bound have been removed and replaced with a different text that does not go with the cover. Let's see here. So, nestled inside this leather cover is a book. What languages does Baxter speak?
English. He had the poor education, so that's about it.
Okay. So you are not. Well, let's see. Roll me a language roll, please.
Uh, okay.
Just your regular like language English roll.
Ooh.
All right. Yeah. So while it is in English, this is like like old English. So it's kind of like what the way the words and stuff are combined, like it makes sense, like the words make sense, but the overall meaning of it is kind of like no. As you kind of run it across to the sister.
Yeah, I hand the book.
So sister, you take this as Baxter hands it to you. It looks like the Holy Bible, but the minute you flip it open, you know this is not the Bible anymore. Do you want to roll me
Well,
a language English
not-
roll?
No, it's not like anything fun ever happened when I was reading this book myself, so.
Hmm.
So it would be language own.
Yeah, what am I supposed to have there? Because I
It's your
don't actually have
education.
Your
any results.
education, your education level.
Yeah. I also put points
Fantastic.
in it because he had some education, but he didn't finish it. I mean, like his father was a had a like successful gold mine.
So you take a quick glance at this text that has been put in here. You can tell, as Baxter could as well, it's old. But you realize this book is called To the Waters I Go.
Oh, I'm gonna spend 2 luck points to get it down to a hard success.
Nice. You in fact, this might remind you that of conversation you might have had earlier on with Samuel about an old text that talked. It was sort of a partial diary and also sort of a holy book that was written by a
Oh.
cleric in England hundreds of years ago, a couple hundred years ago. And this looks like it is it is known to be a very hard text to sort of come across. There's no real copies left, and here you hold one in your hands. And you think that this is probably where this reverend figured out how to raise this creature.
Okie dokie.
Maybe it can also help put it back to slumber.
Theoretically, can I make it a cult roll to try and reverse engineer a banishment ritual, or find one if it exists already?
Sure, go ahead and roll me an occult roll.
Pretty please.
Mm.
Shit. And I don't have enough luck to spend.
So looking at it in this moment, you realize that you probably can't make heads or tails of this in this instant under these circumstances. Maybe if you
Yeah.
had some time to deal with it, you could, but at least now you have this text in hand.
Yeah. So basically, I'm just gonna hold the book and try to use that to as a focal point for my praying. Just like Mary,
Good.
Mother of Grace, Mother of Mercy, shield me from the enemy and receive me at the hour of my death. Amen.
Question: Can Baxter hold out the thing, the the charm,
Oh, the Gishtal?
the Gishtal, at the lake?
What do you want to
Power-
do? You just hold it out, or what do you want to do with it?
Yeah, like I tried like help in the ritual.
Sure, make me a power roll.
The power of the medicine man compels you to stay in the lake.
Oh fuck! And that's terrible roll. Let's see. I have 40 luck. Um, wait, how much is 92 minus?
Third.
33.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Well,
Off.
no, it's 20,
Oh, I can't math.
27.
It's 27.
27. I'm gonna use the 27. I'm not gonna play this character. 40 minus 27. Okay, 13.
All right. So you stand at the shoulder of the sister and hold out this talisman and sort of try to will it back. Roll me a d4.
4.
Nice. Okay, so as Baxter and the sister are at the lakeside, sort of willing whatever this is to stay within the lake, Samuel, Marshall, and Margaret make it back across the shore to their location. Nothing. This creature has not broken the surface. It seems to have, in some sense, the waters have calmed almost to the point where they were still before, but there's still a slight movement of the water. Sister, you feel like this thing is kind of staying at bay, almost as though whatever power was raising it, the ritual hasn't finished. And you think if the ritual doesn't finish, it may not be able to leave this place. It may be able to rise from the lake, but it won't be able to leave the lake and leave this place.
Okay.
What do you all
I'll
want to
take
do?
that at least until I can decipher the book better. I look over at everyone and I say, "It's trapped in the lake for the time being. We have to get out of here."
Bye. Margaret, would you like a piggyback ride?
She looks at the moving lake and she just nods.
Okay, hop on.
Okay. So, you manage to make a run for it, following in the footsteps of Mr. Potts, who has disappeared from sight long before this. You run down the slope as you maybe about 2 minutes after you sort of run, kind of come up over the slope and the lake and the fort sort of are left behind you. You hear this sort of large kind of crashing of water and a roar on the wind behind you. And then it slowly kind of subsides in the distance. And sister, you feel that chill down your back sort of subside finally a little bit, like you kept it at bay just long enough with your prayers to keep it from breaking the surface while you all were within the valley. And you come down this hill. It takes you better part of a couple of hours to make your way back down the trail to where you left your horses. And you successfully find Mr. Potts. He's collected the horses safely, and when he sees you all emerge, he seems relieved and shocked to see you all in one piece.
Me too, Mr. Potts.
Shall we destroy that book?
Mm,
Not yet.
Unfortunately, not yet. If I take time with it, I think I might be able to discern a way to undo this. And then I will burn it myself.
Maybe I can help you with that.
Please do.
Mr. Potts seems he looks at you and he says, what book are you talking about?"
The Reverend's Bible.
that's no Bible.
I understand it's not a Bible. Baxter, sometimes you need to learn a little tact.
Mr. Potts suddenly lays eyes on Margaret, and he's, "Oh, Margaret, oh, child." He walks over to where you are, Marshal, and he's, come, oh, are you all right? He takes her down. He sort of like moves a blanket off from over her head where she's had it kind of wrapped around, and he takes a look and he looks at you all. She seems okay, and she nods. She says, "I just wanted to go for a walk, and then they took me away, and that scary man kept telling me that it was going to be, once he fed me to the thing in the lake, that it was going to be free."
I'm glad you were brave enough to stay hidden and we stopped at that man.
I think that he meant to do it when the sun came up this morning. He said my time was coming.
Well, then I'm glad we got there when we got there.
I am too. Can we go home?
That's the plan.
Okay. So, do you all mount up on your horses after this ordeal in the hills and turn them south back toward the village of the town of Shade?
Yep.
Yes.
Ye fucking ha.
Okay. So, the ride back is probably somber. Is there anything any of you discuss or want to say to each other as you make your way back through the foothills heading south?
I'm going to look up at one point from trying desperately to translate the Old English and having a moment of being like, I can never remember. Is that a D or a T? Does that represent a D or a TH noise? And go, wait, what happens when George Martin and his posse show up to the lake?
The best thing to ever happen to the town of Shade. I didn't kill him! You can't be angry at me!
Mr. Potts says, "Oh, are we not going to try and rendezvous with them? We're going to let them just ride ahead to the lake itself?"
I would say that we would rendezvous with them.
I am making no effort to stop them.
What about Marshal Otis? He's with them too.
Oh, well, I guess I'll just stay and be the new marshal in town. I got a badge. She'll like breathe on her badge and then shine it a little.
And you were supposed to be a virtuous one.
Hey, the Wild West is a place. It does things to people.
What about the rest of you when Marshall suggests not trying to intercept them? How do you all react to that?
Oh well.
Baxter?
Baxter disagrees.
Okay. Sister.
I say that I'm very, very tired, but also Marshal Otis does not deserve to be eaten by that thing, even if George Martin does. And maybe, very, very slimly, there is a chance for George Martin to have redemption. Very, very slimly, which is someone else's problem, frankly. But
I think he's beyond redemption.
yes, but I also think that we should meet up with him, and that you and Marshal Otis should throw him in fucking jail because you're marshals of the United States.
Oh, you mean do my job? Beyond
Yes.
stopping a lake creature thing from coming? Okay.
Maybe.
All right.
I mean, I can't imagine this. Okay. I'll round up the posse.
All right. So on your way back, you do make sure to intersect with George Martin and his members of his posse, along with Marshal Otis, who Martin is. He looks about and he says, "Well, did you bring any of them back with you to string them up?"
No.
We shot them all.
Ah, I
They
like
shot
it.
first.
Nah, well, it's justice, just like the way I like to see it.
Well, speaking of justice, sir, I think it's time to put you under arrest.
Oh, do ya? And he puts his hands on his hips when you say it, and he looks around at the half dozen or so members of his posse that he brought along with him. You and what army?
Hold up the book. I am very, very tired, and I just spent an impossible amount of time just holding at bay something that is older than your worst nightmares. Shut up and go to jail.
Or you can go visit the thing in the lake.
Do you want to roll me? What do you want to roll me for that? Intimidation?
A power
I would say
roll.
Power
if it's
roll.
gonna be intimidation, it's gonna be a penalty die because that sounds crazy.
Well, shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
At
mean,
least that's how I would rule it.
What's that?
I was just gonna say that's how I would rule it.
I missed the description of the why for the penalty die.
Because they sound crazy.
They do.
I mean,
you do sound a little crazy, but it's failed check anyway. So, Martin just kind of laughs and he says, "We appreciate the effort you put in to bring back little Margaret here, but don't think getting involved in the politics of Shade is something that you need to worry about, sister. Or you, Marshal. You'll be leaving and going about your business."
I think I'm making Shade my business just to be a thorn in your side, Mr. Martin. Besides, I found me a girl.
Well, I guess then we'll have to see who comes out ahead in all this. Don't you worry, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be me.
Don't you worry, I'm a pretty good shot.
So, do y'all spend the next 2 days riding back to Shade? Various conversations had, I assume, about power struggle and stuff and what's gonna go on. Baxter, do you approach Mr. Martin about anything on the way back?
I got from Martin what I wanted, so no.
Okay. And you do eventually reach the city limits, ride into town. People quickly spread the word that you're back. It's not too long before Mr. Dobson, the mayor, makes an appearance looking for Margaret. When he sees that she is tired and shaken, but in good health and not harmed, he goes around and shakes all of your hands, claps you on the back, thanks you. He pays you each $100 apiece for bringing her back safely. And he says, a man can never be more grateful than when someone saves his child. You are welcome in my town. Anything you need, room and board, you will be well cared for in the town of Shade, my friends. This is your home if you want it to be, or at least if you ever need a place, the doors here are always open to you all.
Well, thanks
Thank
for the
you.
offer, but I'll be going.
Uh, has Julia made it out of the hospital? The
Uh
doctors?
yes, indeed. The doctor did give her a clean well, she's in recovery, but she was able to go home and her father is keeping an eye on her, letting her take it easy while she heals up, and she's going to make a full recovery according to the doctor.
Perfect. I was a little worried about that. I might have to go see the doctor myself, but that's a problem I can deal with on my own.
Yes, well, anything you all need. I'm going to take little Margaret to see the doctor just to make sure she's fine, and then uh, I'm going to take her home for some well-deserved rest and some care. And he smiles this broad, happy smile. You see this weight lift off this father's shoulders, and he gently escorts Margaret away, and she turns and waves at you all. Thank you so much for coming to get me.
You're welcome.
And he disappeared down the street as you were all left to whatever your device is. So, what is it? Why don't we go around if everybody wants to say what you think you would go from here? You are heroes of Shade. You've made $100 on the return of Margaret herself. You're even more celebrated with the funds that you do return from the bank robbery.
Mhm.
So you are basically brought back to a hero's welcome in this small town.
I'm going to find Julia, and I stay in Shade, probably as like the deputy marshal. And she was being dead serious about being a thorn in Martin's side.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Who else?
I stay in Shade for as long as is necessary for me to figure out that book and try and, if not stop that monster once and for all, put it back to sleep, even if it kills me.
You find in that quest, you have a friend with a common goal. Mr. Potts, while he still focuses his days on teaching the children, he any help he can give you, his education background, he tries to assist you with going through and figuring out this text over the course of the weeks that follow this. Uh, just sort of figuring out exactly how that you could in fact reverse this ritual. And the two of you putting your heads together do over this time you're making headway. You do think that at some point this is something that you could do. And also that there's other secrets within this book that you could unearth. There's things that could affect you. Almost think that power you felt when you kept this thing at bay with your prayer, this book could potentially offer you the ability to do things like that, though you feel like it could cost you some part of yourself to access that power. But it's potentially there.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Does Samuel do anything?
Samuel was going to stay also and help the sister with the book and the monster, unless she takes a more devious turn, in which then that might end up being something he would have to consider.
Okay.
Um, Baxter, when he was flipping through, was very interested. Wants to help sister. Once that's all done, Baxter leaves and pretty much forms his own posse, own gang, which is like I think becomes big deal.
The only
The
important
Duff-Banford gang.
the only important question: does the Bamford gang make Martin's life miserable?
They
Because
are like they are pretty much like moved to city and never stay in one place too long.
okay, that's fair.
To
I was gonna give you safe haven and shade, but okay.
Small, like start out with small crimes, do a big crime then and leave.
Excellent.
Like
So as after Baxter has left and started to form this, and Samuel, Mr.
like his
Potts.
childhood friends and yeah, it's his childhood friends and I mean he's just a little kid, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Mr.
People he knows in a town, in a city.
Yes. So when Baxter goes out and makes a name for himself in this gang that he leads and travels around the countryside, they become very infamous. During that time, Julia and the Marshal settle down, and with your help, Marshal Otis is able to get some control back as far as the vigilantism of Mr. Martin. There is constant clash amongst between you and them, but you help to kind of balance that a bit. And after a handful of weeks, one night late, after Mr. Potts, the sister, and Samuel have finished one of their evenings of discussing the text, and you're pretty sure you're close to putting this thing to rest. Most of the other patrons of the bar have either passed out or they've left for the night. The bartender is wiping out glasses behind the bar, and someone is sweeping up. And Samuel, you're the first to hear footsteps on the porch of the bar, and then the doors of the bar kind of swing open, and a tall, lean figure in a duster and a hat, steps through, and a familiar voice says, "I think you have my gun, sir." As we fade out to Boston, still the off-green coloring, drippy face is standing silhouetted in the doors of this bar, staring at the three of you at the table.
Of course he's not dead. Best plot twist for the entire campaign.
Yay.
He'll never die.
Doo-doo.
And that is how Cthulhu ends.
I forgot to mention that Baxter works on his education on his own. Pretty much learns to read properly and everything like pretty much this.
You got to get all those dime novels from the store.
Like he likes to present himself as this sophisticated, educated man.
I do want to go to the author, the dime novel author, and tell him about all my crazy exploits, taking out the two outlaws.
That's fine. They're little penny novels. In fact, there are probably these dime novels of all of your exploits that spread across the countryside, as he is happy to be regaled with your tales on any given night, and he will gladly write them down and print them and share them.
I do want to say specifically, I leave out the thing about the creature in the lake. But all the rest I tell. about how the daring rescue of the mayor's daughter.
Also, probably like Baxter's whole quest for revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No one else needs to know that.
Yeah.
But that is in fact how the
Also, probably, I think he also like makes time novels of the Banford gang, like supposed exploits as well. Like, which is like exaggerated, even if some of them might sound crazy.
they're always better if you give them a little embellishment.
Mm.
So, but yes, that is so your stories go on, and indeed it seems that Boston is still at large, and he's looking for that gun. He's come back for his gun, Samuel. And we'll leave it
He's
to
gonna kick your
imaginations.
ass.
We'll leave it to the imagination to see what happens. The last time Boston tried to kill you, he didn't, so we fade away with him standing in that doorway. What do y'all think?
We did it.
Yeah, that.
Whoa!
Nobody's dead,
We lived.
and nobody's
I'm
insane.
amazed.
I'm
I'm
shocked.
double amazed.
Oh, I forgot to mention also that Duff-Banford does take an interest also in the occult.
How would you not? I mean, come on.
I mean, obviously, yes.
I will say
That's why he gets educated on how to read properly.
that is fair. I will say that the sister, good going, because that creature was bound to make an appearance well before you all exited that valley, and you
Thought
You
so.
don't say.
yeah, oh yeah, you kept it at bay long enough. Oh
Just to
yeah,
save us all.
you
Thank
did.
you.
So it did not make an appearance. The marshal may not have made it out of it with her sanity had that creature broken the surface of that lake. So
Sorry, theater nerds.
No, this story's better. I actually got a Call of Cthulhu character who gets to settle down with their love interest. I am not upset about this ending at all.
Yay!
mhm.
Yay.
Great job running.
Thank you. And I mean it went longer than we expected. 2020. It's been a thing, but I've enjoyed
Yeah.
this, so I'm glad. And thanks
Yeah.
for letting us go later. I know it's a little late. We went a little over, but last episode and all.
That's life,
Also-
2020.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was worth
If
it to not
I
have
wish
to
to-
wait 2 more weeks.
I wish to play this setting again with time skip a lot of years.
Mm.
Just about at the end of the Wild West. Like I like that setting way better than the during the Wild West.
Yep. So why don't we go around, and if anyone has any plugs, anything like that, if there's something that you wanted to say about your character or the game, we'll start with why don't we start with Ray?
I'm Ray. I'm usually seen streaming on Twitch Sundays in the afternoon Eastern time. I think depending on whatever happens with him in Boston, who knows what happens to Samuel.
Mm. Good to know. Samuel has a nemesis out there, I think.
Apparently, yeah. Hopefully the charm saves him again,
It's
but
true.
we'll see.
And what about you, Taru? What do you got going on?
Well, you can pretty much find me at pretty much everywhere as an Arctavi. Um, quite in a hiatus. Never have energy to start out the streams, unfortunately. But that's what mental illness does to you. Anyway, what it comes to Baxter, not gonna come back like as a character. I mean, as a character maybe, as an NPC, but as a play character, no. And yeah, like what can I tell about Baxter's Scan? I mean, I think it's going to be like quite big, and like it's more of a like huge family and like kind of outlaw dudes, but like let's pretty much every time represent like he takes anyone that wants to come in that's capable of crime.
You take care of them like family, but you're
Mm.
okay with them breaking the law. It's cool.
I mean that's
So
the
Wild
point.
West Mafia?
It's not. It's less mafia than. It's not like family of I'm top on and but more of a. I mean, it's a outlaw gang still, but there isn't anyone is welcome. Like former slaves, like
Hmm.
on and um, native anyone. Like
Yep.
he's doesn't matter who you are as long as you are gay as long as you are capable of crime and not snitch and or a rat.
You have to have a certain code, and that's it.
Mm. Yeah.
Yep, I agree. All right. I like Baxter going off and creating this for himself. And what about you, theater nerd?
So my name is Theater Nerd. I'm a game designer. You can find my game on itch at theaternerd.itch.io. I'm hoping to kickstart a print run of the game come the spring. There also should be a new version up with some changes from the playtest I was able to do a couple weeks ago. Which you can actually find and watch on YouTube at Little Red Dot. It's called Hunting the Hodag. I don't really have anything going on now, which I'm kind of okay with that because 2020.
It's fair. That's fair. And how about Joanna?
I'm Joanna. You can find me on Twitter at ThriftBirds, where I'm basically just doing my best to put one foot in front of the other because 2020 and mental illness. As for Sister Michal, I hope that she matures and progresses into a little bit of a witch. And also, she was trans the whole time. Bam.
Fantastic.
That's
And
right.
and I'm Jeanette. You can find me here every other Sunday for Skull and Shackles D&D campaign, and every other Tuesday night for another Call of Cthulhu campaign. Other than that, you can find me on Scotty Hood's channel on Saturdays playing Chaos Crew or Ghosts of Saltmarsh on given Saturdays. Besides that, that's about what I got going on. Besides, any 2020 shenanigans that happen to come up. But I really appreciate you all having joined me for this game. I appreciate that you stuck with it given all of the, scheduling things and stuff that came up throughout this year. I've enjoyed getting to know you and play with you. I've had a fun time. I hope that we get to do some other fun adventures and other systems in the future. And
Would love to.
yes, but I've had a lot of fun. This has been good. This has been, even though it's Cthulhu and it can get kind of dark, it's been nice to have this to come to with everything else going on in the world. So I appreciate you all.
There's something about picking your chosen darkness.
It's true. It's like, okay, I choose this. I like this better, but I do. I appreciate. I've enjoyed this a lot. So thank you, and
Thank you.
No, thanks. And thank you to everyone who has joined us and who's donated and given us, successes and advantages and everything like that during our game. And I hope you had as much fun as I did. So take care, everybody. We're signing off, and we'll see what I come up with to run for adventure in the future.
Bye.
And bye.